Another story that came up this week, Rodney, and I'd love to hear your take on it. The Cowboys' habit of having fans tour the facility every day, interspersed with the players, talking to the players, gawking at the players, tapping on the glass of the weight room door, trying to get the players' attention. Before I get your thoughts on it, Dak Prescott, Cowboys quarterback, doing his midweek press conference, he was asked about the habit of having stadium facility fan tours while the players are trying to work. Here's Prescott.
I'm not going to let a couple of people touring the building distract me. I'm present where I am. I think simply, honestly, I feel like it's an excuse. What's the difference in you guys coming in the locker room and talking? You know what I mean? Honestly, with guys bitch about that too, and I don't get that. I mean, it's being a professional, some things you deal with. Obviously, I guess the nature of this organization, the tours are probably 10 times more than other places if the other places are doing them. I think some do, right? I mean, no? Well, okay, there you go. Cowboy.
Some do.
Yeah, some do. But I guess, passing up the guys, I mean, yeah, you've just got to embrace it. I mean, honestly, to me, you can walk by and you can have a negative mindset about it and allow that to ruin your day, or you can be thankful that you're in an organization that people want to see. And, for me, it's just easy to say what's up, wave, and keep walking. Obviously, they can't talk to you, so I think that's where I've heard, right, you feel like a zoo animal. Well, it's like, sometimes, I bark back and I say, hey, and, you just keep rolling.
Well, you know what? And the chipmunk is back. There's nothing that he can say because Jerry Jones isn't going to change it. Jones was quoted in the ESPN story. He said they can complain all they want. They're swimming against the stream. He's not giving that up. Number one, it pays. And number two, it enhances the relationship with the fans. So Dak's stuck. He's just got to come up with a way to process it because nothing he says is going to change what Jerry Jones is. If I jump up on the chair at some point, that means the chipmunk's getting too close for comfort.
I would just say this. I think it all matters. And it's all a part of trying to establish your culture. And if your owner is allowing people to come in and distract the players and walk through and, hit the wall and hit the window and wave at the players, I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And if I was Mike McCarthy, I would say, go to Jerry Jones and say, hey, man, we have to change this. There's certain things when you're trying to build a culture in the locker room that you just can't have. And Jerry Jones, as the owner, can't just say, well, it's my way or the highway, or, you guys have to do this, because he doesn't know how it affects the players in the locker room. And a lot of times you feel like a piece of meat when you're just standing there and fans are coming through and they're waving and they're saying things and, they're making faces. It's a distraction, and it's part of either you're building a culture or you're ripping down a culture, and they haven't won anything. Yeah, it's probably a lot more expensive than a lot of other places, Dak, but you guys aren't winning. And that's the thing. You got fans all over the world, but you're not winning. And yeah, it's easy for you to be where your feet are at because you got a $200 million contract, you're established, you're the man in Dallas. But it could be a distraction for a lot of those younger players. And it's tough playing for the Dallas Cowboys because you have so much scrutiny and you have so much attention. And I think that's one of the main reasons why they don't have success, because guys can't handle the level of success. When they play for the Cowboys, they think they can just show up and be a Cowboy and everything's going to be fine. No, you have more pressure, and more teams and more people want to beat you because you play for the Dallas Cowboys. So I think it is a distraction, and it's something that I would absolutely hate. And I would tell the owner, I would tell the head coach, I would tell the people in charge, if you, as a captain of that team, if you want us to focus, take away even more distractions. That's what you have to do, because it is a distraction.
When the talk first came up after the regular season, and specifically after the Cowboys were embarrassed at home by the Packers in the wild card round, of Mike McCarthy being fired and Bill Belichick possibly being hired, Jason Garrett, who coached the Cowboys and lived this, he said, it's not going to work. When Belichick's walking through the building and Jerry's got people coming through, and I had no idea how prevalent it was. What do you think Bill's going to do when they're trying to work and here comes a group of fans waving and talking and they're just getting in the way of what Belichick's trying to do with the team? I'd pay to watch the people who paid to watch Belichick to see how he reacted.
I would think this is something that if he ever took that job, it would be something that would be already discussed and worked out. I don't think it would be something that he would just walk into and welcome. I mean, it's because you're trying to eliminate as many distractions as possible. And if you're trying to prepare for a game in the National Football League and you got 50 fans, 100 fans coming through, they're excited. They've probably been drinking or they're excited to see that. Hey, Dak, what's going on? It's a distraction. It's just a big distraction. I don't care how much money it makes. It's about winning championships. It's not always about creating leverage on your team or making money. It's about winning football games. And Jerry has to do a better job of understanding that, man. This is a different time and age. You're dealing with different young men. These kids are different. They don't have the mental toughness that we used to have back in the 90s, when guys first came in the league. It's just different, Mike.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.